Hi and welcome. Dr. Sherry here with part 2 on our autism special on evidence-based practices. Today we're going to be looking at one of my very favorite evidence-based practices. And yes, I do realize that is possibly the nerdiest thing to say in the world, but it's true. I want to talk to you a little bit about visual supports. This is one of the 26 evidence-based practices as identified by the NPDC, the National Professional Development Center. And this is one that is extremely easy to implement and really pays dividends. So if you're the parent of a child on the autism spectrum, or if you are a teacher of a child with an autism spectrum disorder, listen up because you will just love how effective these strategies can be. So first of all, why would you want to use visual supports? Well, first of all, because as we know, they're one of the EBPs, which means that they have been shown in numerous studies to be effective. Second of all, because it will make your life so much easier. Trust me on this. This is something that a strategy I've used over and over again, and I have been extremely pleased with the results. So next is then, what would you use? What are visual supports? Well, if you think about it, we actually have visual supports around us all the time. From the icon on the outside of the correct bathroom when you're in a public place, to the tape on the floor in the local grocery store that tells people where to line up, to the signs that you might see in an airport or on the way to the airport, road signs, a visual support. And a video can be considered a visual support. So what are they and how would you use them? We use them all the time, but we don't always think about how powerful they can be when we use them with our students who maybe struggle in this area. So what are some specific things that you can use as far as visual supports? Well, I happen to have some here that I'd love to show you. The first one that I'd like to share with you is a simple wait card. Now, if you have a child or you work with a child who wants to do something right away, when they get something in their mind, they want to do it right away, they don't want to wait, just using a simple wait card like this and putting it down where the child can see it can help immensely. In addition, it can help with students who maybe need to know what to do when they wait. So you can teach them some strategies to do while they wait. Maybe they can read a book, or they can play a game, or they can draw pictures. But as soon as the wait sign comes out, then they know they need to engage in one of those other things. So this is a great strategy. Another one is actually one that I want to take with me when I'm traveling, because I think a lot of adults could help use this. This is a visual scale for voice volume. And what we have, it's very easy. It's a chenille pipe cleaner with a hole in the top, hole in the bottom, and then you lace it through and you put a couple of pieces of tape, just a little bead in the middle. And what's great about this is that if you have a child whose voice volume is all the way up here all the time, you can say, hey, you know what? Your voice volume's up here. We need it to be down here. Let's give that a try. Or someone who's really shy and maybe is giving a presentation and you can't hear them, to say, you know, your voice is right down here. Here's where I'd like to hear your voice. Excellent tool. Another one is a first then card. So this is a first then card that letting them know that they need to do their chores first and then they can watch a video. What I love about this is these are those little laundry tags that you can just pick up at a 99-cent store with a little bit of Velcro on the back. And these would be used for a child who can read words, but you can also have pictures for students who can't read. So in this case, first you're going to eat your breakfast, and then you are going to brush your teeth. So again, another great visual support that allows kids to know what to expect. They know what they need to do first, and then they know what they need to do next. Another simple one, just a visual reminder to turn in your assignments. For those students who maybe do the assignments and don't get around to actually handing them in, this can be a great tool. Another one is a simple work system that has numbers that show the tasks that need to be done, and the student just pulls these off as they are completing them, and they know then that once they've done 1, 2, and 3, when they do 4, then this is what they get to do afterwards. So a great way just to let them know, here's how much work needs to be done, and here's what you're going to do when you're finished with that. Play that board game. Last but certainly not least, this is probably the one that I've used most effectively, is a choice card. Now, most of us have heard that you should give children choices, but there's something magical almost that happens when you use a visual support like this. Instead of just saying, hey, make a choice. Do you want to sit in the beanbag or do you want to go play catch? Or make a choice. Do you want to do a Prezi or do a PowerPoint? Or make a choice. Do you want to work in a group or work with just a pair? For some children, they don't react really well to being told that they need to make a choice. However, when you use a visual support like this, it's not that you're telling the child something, it's that they're interacting actually with this visual support. So you're not telling them you need to do this or this. You're saying make a choice, and it takes all of the argument out of it, all of the stress out of it. So you might say, well, where can I find more visual supports? How would I learn more about this? Well, if you haven't already got your copy of Flip the Switch, then I recommend you do that. It's available at AAPC Publishing, the publishing company, or it's also available at quality booksellers such as Amazon and Barnes & Noble. Thanks for being a part of this today. I look forward to talking to you some more tomorrow when we'll share another one of the evidence-based practices.